Hello beautiful people, in today's video I want to share with you guys an update about the Cobb500 Abor and Noiler chicks that I stocked in about a month ago. So after vaccination of the Gomboro vaccination, 2 days after we had some major challenge. We had some mortalities 2 days after. So I felt like it was heat. About 5 birds were down that day. I felt it was heat because the weather was really hot that period. So we had to now administer vitamin C for them within their water. So in the process of doing that, I was also trying to expand the space. If you can remember, we had the Cobb500 over this end and the Noilers down here. So but right about now, we opened everywhere. So let me still go back to the times when we had the serious challenge. So we had a serious challenge about heat. So I had to now open up the space more for the Abor acres. In the process of opening that space more, the mini tank that we were using for the nipple drinkers fell down, and in that process we had an accident of a mortality of about 3 chicks in the process of that accident, because the blocks we used in raising the mini tank was not strong enough. In the process it collapsed while we were trying to get more space for them. So in that process we had those mortalities as a result of that mini tank that fell down. So that's why for now we've not been using the nipple drinker. You can see them, I suspended it up there, so we're just using these drinkers. But it has been a bit very stressful using these drinkers because of they are not enough and the water goes out before my farm attendants comes to check on them. So I've not been around. So as a result of that, I've not been really following up on the activities. So I really work based on the feedbacks that I'm being given from my farm attendant. So after we administered vitamin C, we were still having some mortalities as a result of a viral attack, which I didn't know. So but 3 days after, the mortality was still coming up. Even at night, before the break of the day, we noticed some mortality. So that's when I now knew that it was not just a fallout of heat, it was as a result of a viral attack. So we had to now administer medications for them. Already they had some symptoms of coccidosis, but we had to now treat them for the viral attack. So what I used admacin with a CRD medication combined. That's how we were able to arrest the situation. But the mortalities was more from the Abor acres that we had then on this other end. So we treated them, they were all fine, but I had to treat all of them. Yes, I had to treat all of them. So after treating the Abor acres, after the first day of the medication, it stopped. So I gave them that medication for 5 days. I gave the Abor acres, the Cobb500 and the Noiler the same medication because they were all in the same pen. So after 5 days, I then realized that the Noiler started having mortality. Why was the mortality? It was because of the coccidosis that was already in the farm. So I had to now treat them for coccidosis. They are a bit stable right now, although there are still some symptoms of little coccidosis here and there, but that is not a major issue. So right now the birds are doing fine, and in the process of doing all these treatments, it delayed in me selling off most of these chicks because I was supposed to sell them off as after brooding chicks and reserve maybe about 100 of the Abor cat. But in the process I still had to keep them. I was only able to sell some of the Cobb500 and had some leftover. Some of them are not really leftover. There are still many that are still remaining. I'll take you guys. I had to move the Cobb500 out of this space. You know, when the coccidosis started in Noiler, so I had to move them out. Most of them, but some of them are still inside within them. So I had to move out some of the big ones, which were mostly the male, to a different location. So I will take you guys to the different location where I have the Cobb500s, most of them. Okay, so these are the Cobb500s that I separated down here. So you see these guys are doing amazingly well. They are doing very well. Their size is impressive. Although they are still feeding on starter feed. So when we introduced the finisher feed to them when they were exactly 3 weeks old, they were not picking them well enough. So we have to now switch them back to the starter feed so that they can get to feed to pick up. Because we realized that 3 days after we were giving them the finisher feed, they were not growing very well. And I then noticed that they were wasting the feed. So we had to now switch back to the starter feed so that they can pick. So these guys are doing well. They are sizable. They are 4 weeks plus already. They are doing very well. So I'll be switching them to the nipple drinkers very soon when I'll take them from this space where they are. So right now I'm using an incomplete building somewhere close to my house to keep these guys. So hopefully I'll take them to a better place in the next few days when I'll be doing the transfers. So right now we have the Aboicas and some few Cobb500 within them, and the Noilers. The Noilers I have left here they're about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are about 7 Noilers that are in here. So with the Aboicas and some very few Cobb500. So I intend to see some more of these guys so that the feeding pressure will not be much on me. So this is the update how far I've run these birds. I'm so sorry I'll be discontinuing this series so impromptu. Maybe some other time I will take my time when I know that I'll be having a free schedule for the period of 2 months to run another series to educate you guys more better on how best you can run your best to achieve better results. Especially when you're a small scale farmer, there's so much to learn for you to grow your business. Because a lot of people think that because it's farming, it can just be done anyhow. But no, there are better means and procedures that you need to follow to cut down on your mortalities. Had it been I was not experienced enough to notice that the mortality we were having was not just as a result of heat, that was a viral attack, we would have lost more birds in the farm. So maybe we would have even lost more than half of the flock. But I was able to arrest the situation immediately. So right now the birds are doing fine, just some mild coccidosis here and there as a result of the rains that are coming. So there are some wetness on the litters, and also as a fallback of these drinkers. So but hopefully by tomorrow I will transfer the big mini tank I have in here, the 8 liters mini tank. I'll be bringing it over here so I can be able to supply water for these chicks, because right now they are in need of water. These 2 stuff are not enough, so I don't want to have many of them. I'm supposed to have about 4 of them, but if I bring in 4 of this stuff here, it's going to occupy space. So instead of that, I just reduce it. Whenever it goes out, my farm attendants get to fill them up. So but in the process of wanting to notice when it is empty to fill it up, the birds will be out of water. So by tomorrow we'll fix these guys and make it running properly. So thanks guys for watching this part. Hopefully in the coming days I will share more videos about layer chicks, about how to rear layer chickens to achieve better results. Layers are basically for egg laying, so I'll be sharing with you guys more insight about the ins and the outs of rearing layer hens for egg production. So if you're new to this channel, please do well to subscribe to this channel to also grow this channel so that it's going to reach out to more people. And you watching this far, please smash the like button. Thanks for watching this far, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.